What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Kenny Chow. We back with another video, man. If you're new, you know what to do. Be sure to go click that subscribe button right now. A lot of y'all hit me up to react to this video, all right? 2022 CashNasty 1v1 stats record and shot chart. Shocking. I feel like Cash's 1v1 stats record shot chart might be impressive. Including the House of Highlights tournament. I guess it depends how many games. If he's including all the games, it should be a little above mid. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it's excellent, but it should be a little above mid. I feel like Cash had some okay losses. He's definitely had more wins than losses, I believe. But we don't expect a lot of green from a lot of top of the key. Cash don't really shoot threes anywhere else. It's going to be green everywhere, top of the key, and layups. That's it. Maybe a couple mid-range, but nothing else.
One Eye Rose, I feel like there should always be like a stat chart made, man. Shout out to Legend Productions, man.
Legend, where mine at, bro? I need mine.
Legend,
I
I need mine.
It's gonna be green.
Legend, you be DMing me all the time.
Today I'm back doing the video on today. I got a very special video for you guys. After getting countless of comments to make this video, I decided to finally make it and determine how good CashNasty
Oh, he's even including the Jester one. I gotta react to that.
I'm going to go all over his stats, percentages, record, and even a shot chart at the end to see if he's any better than Fly.
That's gonna boost his shit.
We're like, whoa. That's what? Like, whoa, it's top of the key.
Anyways, before this video starts, I have to give a huge thank you to all of you for 25,000 subscribers. That's an insane milestone to hit, honestly.
Shit,
and I'm really
congrats,
thankful to be in the position that I am today. Also, shout out to Flight and Cash for all these opportunities. As even though these videos do take about 5 hours each day, I still enjoy making the content. Anyways, with all this out of the way, let's get into this CashNasty analysis. First, let's talk about Cash's overall game this year. In the offensive end, he was actually very impressive to say the least. To start, his handles have improved tremendously from last year. Instead of dribbling way too high and doing very predictable moves, Cash is finally going lower on his dribbles and has gotten way quicker as a result. With that in mind, he's starting to slowly adapt a different type of dribbling package each game, which include the hesitation move.
It's so weird because it's like Cash don't really train like that. I don't know. It's weird. I talk to Cash pretty often. He doesn't train. He trains more in the weight room than he does in the gym. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe, you know, it's I don't know the exact saying, but you know, it's like wine gets finer with age. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Cash's game has been polished. You know, the older you get, you can't do certain moves, so you gotta dupe alternate it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his game is just getting a little finer with age. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
The under drag.
He just had a phenomenal game against Flight.
You really have to give a shout out to B. Ellis for this because ever since Cash started training with him, he's been a different player on the court. Not only that,
maybe we get credit to B too, man.
Better. When he receives the ball at the top of the key, Cash is not like any other player. Instead of being all fancy, Cash instead takes it slow and uses a variety of jab steps and rip-throughs to see how the defense responds. Depending on their reaction, Cash either takes that top of the key three-pointer or goes straight into the basket. That's really high basketball IQ if you ask me, and that's why Cash has gotten so many wins this year. However, Cash does need to improve his footwork when he goes into paint. At times, he can go way too fast to the basket and start moving his pivot foot, which results in a travel. However, you still cannot take away how dominant Cash has been in the paint. Regardless of the traveling issue, Cash still takes advantage of his big frame and bulldozes his way to the paint. Actually, calculate, Cash still takes advantage of his big frame.
Bro. If anyone, I tried to pull a chair on Cash. His balance is pretty good, but bro, if MK just pulled the chair on here, Cash would have fell straight.
And bulldozes his way to the paint. I actually calculated his field goal percentage when he shoots around the painted area, and it's really impressive. Here, Cash shoots about 50% from the field when he does layups or post moves, which is really good if you ask me. The only thing that he needs to watch out as well as the traveling is his elbow at times, as he could accidentally use it to an advantage that results in an offensive foul. However, I'm sure he will improve that, as he does have a top trainer right now helping him. Now moving on to CashNasty's jump shot, and he's sadly being very inconsistent. Obviously, we all know that Cash prioritizes weight room over basketball and that he's just a hooper and not a hooper, but he still needs to find a consistent flow on his shot. For example, there's times where Cash has a perfect flick and a great rotation on the ball.
Wet like water!
But there's other times where he pushes the ball and has no arc on his shot. This could happen because of lack of practice, since he's just a hooper, but Cash needs to find a consistent basis from the top of the key. For example, in the first game that he ever played against Ken Wilder, he shot 1 of 11 from the top of the key.
Facts, he was begging for that three, bro.
Cash still committed the same mistake every time he shot. His chicken wing, which is his shooting elbow, was way too wide, which resulted in his shot going to the side a lot. If Cash can improve that, I guarantee that his
begging for that three over there.
Now, with all this being said, let's talk about CashNasty's defense real quick. Here, he excels a lot because of his passionate mindset. Not too many people care about defense nowadays, but Cash thinks otherwise and uses this as a way to get in his defender's head. For example, let's talk about the Ken Wilder game in the House of Highlights tournament again. Even though CashNasty's shot was not clicking that much, his defense is what got him over the top. His trash talking ability got Cam shook, and his mental game was off ever since this happened. If I'm being honest, Cash is pretty much like a Patrick Beverley type player, a player that you hate playing against, but a guy that you would love to have on your team. Yes, I understand that Cash does hack a lot and plays bully ball, but that's just all part of the plan. Get in his opponent's head and try to play mind games against them. Now, with all this out of the way, it's time to talk about CashNasty's 1v1 hour record and stats from 2022. In 2022, Cash has played a total of 22 1v1 games, which is kinda crazy to think about. With that in mind, Cash has a record of 11-11, which is about a 50% winning percentage.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, some of his losses came against Hesigod, Mishi, Bielis, MK, and Matt, just to name a few.
My cousins, I gotta react to that video.
Hesigod on January 24th of 2022. In that game, Cash shot 22% from the field and 14% from 3, as he shot 2 for 9 from the field and 1 of 7 from 3. However, Cash still won 11 games, with some of his wins coming against Ken Wilder 4 times, Chris White twice, Big Mac, and Gio Wise, just to name a few. His best game stat-wise was against Gio Wise on January 13th.
4 times!
In that game, Cash shot 67% from the field.
That's
and
atrocious, Cam.
He shot 10 of 15 from the field and had 11 points in the victory. If you want to see
that Cam against Flight was his best game.
It is on the screen right now, and feel free to pause the video if you want to see it. Anyways, to conclude this section of the video, Cash has a 2022 record of 11-11 so far, and when you combine this with his all-time record, Cash is now 74-31 when it comes to
Damn, he's pretty good.
Now let's talk about CashNasty's 1v1 stats. In the 22 games that I researched, Cash attempted a total of 337 shots from the field and only made 117 of them, which results in a 35 total field goal percentage. From 3, Cash attempted 209 shots and only made 59 of them, which results in a 28 3-point field goal percentage. To break this down even more, Cash attempted 108 top of the key 3-pointers in all of his games, but only made 49 of them, which results in a 27 3-point field goal percentage. Now let's take a look at CashNasty's shot chart from 2022. This took me a lot of time once again to make, so bear with me. As you see, Cash took a large amount of shots in the top of the key and in the left wing.
This dude does not go on the right side of the basket, bro. What did I tell y'all? Look at this shit, bro.
In those spots.
Oh my god.
And made about
no,
shots,
bro, no side of the right.
And last but not least, Cash does not go right at all. I mean, he literally only has 2 shots attempted in this side, which is kind of surprising.
That's crazy.
He's right-handed. And that pretty much concludes this video. Now we know how 2022 Cash has performed so far. His handles have improved, his footwork is slowly getting better, but he's not as consistent from the top of the key or the left wing. In conclusion, Cash has been averaging 8 points per game in 2022 so far, and has shot 35% from the field and 28% from 3. Hopefully Cash keeps posting these 1v1s as well as Fly and keeps getting better. If you're watching, take this as motivation to get better, because at the end of the day, this is constructive criticism. I believe in you, Cash, and keep up the great videos. But what do you think? Well, overall, will you give CashNasty so far in 2000?
I feel like Cash overall is probably like an 85, maybe a little lower, you know what I'm saying, if you're keeping it real. But he has actually, like I said, it's like weird how he's improved. Like I'm telling you, Cash tells me he doesn't train. He doesn't like he don't train as often as he should. He's more in the weight room, etc., etc. But even from me watching him, I can even notice like his finishing has gotten pretty good. His movement to the basket, bro, like downhill is really hard to stop Cash. His shot, I just don't know. Some days he's like Curry. Next day, he literally shoots like Andrew Wiggins, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Other than that, man, we out this thing. Legends, I'm going to need my 1v1 stat charts, please. Thank you. We out.